Is it happening?
I think.
It's happening?
And we're live. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh. Well, welcome to a live session of the Knife Nuts podcast, or extra as we call these. Um, we had a bit of technical difficulties, or I had technical difficulties. This light's really bright. Hang on one second. I feel like that's a little better. Yeah. Do we have people in here? I can't see anything. How do we do this before? Did I open another browser or something? Is that what I did?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to open another and then join as a user, which will be good because we have let's say 0 people in it right now. Oh no, we have
good.
someone. Okay. We have 7 people. There we go.
Oh, 7. That's good.
I was gonna say we would just be talking into a live stream into the ether.
That's good. It's fine. You know, I'm okay with that. I just thank you, 7 people, for joining us. There's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to go through. We're going to do this like we normally do our Knife Nuts extras, but we figured it'll be more interesting for you guys to see our unfiltered reactions to a lot of this stuff. Not that you don't normally, but you know, it's a fun time. You know, there's not a lot of action going on at SHOT Show. A lot of people have like pulled out. But you know, for obvious reasons.
What is SHOT Show happening right now? I should really know this.
I'm not
starting on next Tuesday.
I think it's next week.
Next week.
But I wanted to tell you guys about some interesting goings on in the world of the K&P imports, as well as some of our sponsors, namely PVK Vegas. Did you know, David, that on the 15th of January, there's going to be a drop on PVK Vegas at 12 p.m. Pacific time of the mighty Hawk Deadlock. You'll be able to purchase a Hawk Deadlock from PVK Vegas at 12 p.m. Pacific time.
That was very dramatic, but
it is dramatic.
I guess it's fitting for
and just in case you wanted to get a little more dramatic, feast your eyes. I told you I had a surprise for you. Check out this shirt. This is the front of the shirt. And notice whose name is on the tag.
Okay, here's some bad news. Oh, I know. I can see it's my name. Okay, I was going to say your stream is the quality is at the point where I cannot really tell what the front logo is.
Well, that doesn't make why. That doesn't. I'm going to move back. All right. Well, I used yours because it's a small shirt and I figured I could fit it in the frame. But check out the back of this shirt.
Okay, so this is like if someone smeared Vaseline on the screen, I need to try and interpret what I'm seeing. I want to say it's maybe the Grim Reaper.
There's a Grim Reaper, and it's very doom metal.
Lady?
Seductive lady, and on each side.
Oh, nice! Out the fronts.
Two deadlocks, you dingus.
Well, I mean, again, potato cam right now.
Look, I don't know why it's potato cam. It shouldn't be. But
I don't think it's potato cam to the streamers, but I mean to the people watching the stream. But
you'll be able to get this shirt along with your Deadlock.
That is a great shirt. Also, the application is excellent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is this album means a lot to me, you know. But either way, 12 p.m. Pacific time, January 15th, get yourself a Deadlock and a very limited edition t-shirt to go along with it. I was going to wear mine, but it's in the wash. And plus it would be hard for me to do like the whole modeling the shirt.
I want to say the Hawk sent an email about this. I feel like I got an email about Deadlocks recently.
I don't know if they're doing their own drop or not, but
okay.
I don't know what the difference is, but on the 15th, PVK's got Deadlocks.
Oh no, they're doing a drop in June, I think, is what this is saying.
So you can get this a lot earlier by going to PVK and getting yourself a Deadlock. I happen to have my Deadlock Here. There it is. So there's the combo.
Is that your Model C or Model B?
This is the Model C. This is what you would be purchasing.
Nice.
There's, a Model C and a wicked cool Doom Metal OTF shirt. Very cool stuff. Some housekeeping things. I want to keep people abreast of things, of what's going on. The Tempests, the KMP Tempests, are being shipped out in 2 waves. The first wave will be shipped out to Brian Friday, and then the next wave will be shipped out next Friday. So I expect them to be getting to Brian within the next couple of weeks. The entirety of the shipment will be delivered to him in that amount of time. So once that happens, I will be taking a field trip to Brian's, getting the KMP versions and shipping them out to everybody. I've already, since the entire run was sold out to patrons, I put out a thing to on our Patreon board saying, if you guys have an address change, please send an email to knifenutspodcast@gmail.com, and I will make the necessary changes to that. Other news: if you ordered a Finca, or the THAC, one of the large scale release knives, prior to the holiday, I was expecting them to be delivered just before Christmas. However, there was a problem with the documentation, and they are sent back to Russia. So this is the fun things that you have to deal with when, dealing with Russian knives. So I was very annoyed by this. They were very annoyed by it, but they're going to bounce them back to me as soon as they get them, along with some other knives that people have ordered. So it's all going to come together. On the side note of that too, if red version of the THAC,
communication from the factory on those
were not ready yet, so they are coming in a separate shipment to those. So you may wait a little longer for the red. If you ordered the red carbon fiber THAC, those are coming separately from those Fincas and THACs. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram. I try to keep everybody up to date as I get updates. It doesn't happen that often because it's usually just in the ether of between here and Russia. If you ordered an Aurora in the last batch, they have arrived. Meaning, if you ordered before Christmas, they have arrived. If you're the one guy named Nathan that ordered a Bronze Horseman, they forgot to put that in the box. So that is coming in the next shipment.
I'm glad they're really on top of things in Russia.
Yes. Well, they're honestly, I can't give them too much of a hard time.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But your Bronze Horseman is ordered. They just didn't put it in the box with the small amount of Auroras that I ordered. But if you ordered an Aurora before Christmas, that's going to be on your way to you in the next couple days. If you ordered an Aurora after Christmas, it's coming in the next batch that is going to be probably shipping at the end of the month. So there's still time. If you want to order an Aurora, you can do that now through the website. New crystal knives are coming within the end of February, March. So it'll probably be your last chance to get in on the Aurora and such. Let me check my notes to make sure I don't have any other odds and ends to go over. I don't think so. That was enough of my Russian shipping hell. Yeah. So Nathan, you didn't. I would have emailed you directly, but you did not leave an email address on the order for your Bronze Horseman.
Risky move.
So that's why I'm telling you this on the live stream. There we go.
Okay. Hopefully that makes it to Nathan.
Yes. Thank you for the order, though. You will get your knife. I do have your address and everything, so it's just going to take a little longer to get here. But back to the meat of things. We're going to go over a bunch of new reveals. And then at the end of all those new reveals, I'm going to bestow upon you
Actually,
some
good new
inform-
reveals.
some actually good new reveals. So we have I already showed you guys the 1 KMP edition, the new Progeny Mark III. First KMP editions that were produced, and with a lot of cool upgrades, and a secret KMP edition that will be launched after that. So I'm going to show you guys some details on that, give you guys all the release date and pricing on both of them at the end of this stream. Again, just stay tuned to the end of the stream and I will give you all of that information. But shall we get started, David? I can't wait to see what we have going on here. I've seen some of the stuff, but I've sort of kept myself, I haven't looked at anything too in depth because I knew I was going to do something like this, if that makes any sense. So you're going to get, our unfiltered. Is anyone watching this anymore? Did they just stop after?
No, we still have some people watching.
All right.
Okay, well, should we jump into it with what is probably the shortest one, which is
Yeah.
Spyderco?
Okay.
All right, so Volume 9. Just gonna start with this image.
Oh my God.
Massive.
This is how it's starting.
energy here.
What are they
Just
doing?
emanating in waves off of the screen. Big incel energy here.
It's
We've
like
got the
2018 Elijah Isham.
This is the
standing
last
on
evolution of
the
Elijah.
beach.
Back when Elijah was like
Oh
scary
my
magician
God.
man and not
Oh
70s
my
classic rock guy or wherever he is right now.
They can't. Well, no, he's got like this cowboy thing going on.
Now he's space cowboy guy. Him and Snowdy need to get together and plan out their lookbook for the next like couple years. But sadly, okay, so when I first looked at this, I was like, this is the best thing I've seen since Spyderco had the Sliver Axe flying on the rocket ship to space.
What?
There's an explanation for this, though. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It's because this is like the marquee knife. The stovepipe. It's based off of the Bill the Butcher design. I have not heard about this guy in ages. Was it David Rideborn?
Okay, are we supposed to say the explanation is that there was a stovepipe hat?
Mm-hmm. That's the whole explanation.
That's not an explanation.
I mean, that's what Spyderco wants us to believe. I don't know, man. They're grasping at straws. It's Spyderco. This is about the least weird thing they could have done.
Who asked for this knife?
I have to say, Spyderco is always, when they try and do these frame locks, they're always like, I don't know, 10 steps behind everyone else. And I almost wish they wouldn't, because this is, I think, MSRP $430, not MSRP, sorry, retail price $430. And it's just one of those things where it's just like,
if this were 2017, people would be very, very excited.
Yeah, but like every time they come out with these frame locks now, it's just like, I don't know. People,
I don't have any strong feelings towards this one way or another.
I just wish they would.
What's the guy's
put their
name?
Energy elsewhere.
Okay.
The custom maker is David Rideborn.
Okay, I think I've
custom.
Yeah, I remember the knife, and you've got to remember too. They probably had this prototype probably since before 2017, right?
Yeah, I mean they probably got this during the Butcher phase. I mean during like the Cleaver Blade craze.
Right.
I don't know. This is not what I want Spyderco doing, because I just know that other people can do it better, and also people are just going to go crazy about the price.
I was going to say, well, people are going to yell about the price, but they're going to buy the whole load of them, and then what's probably going to happen is it going to be like a regular production model, or is it something they're going to limit?
My guess is it's a regular production that won't get made for very long.
Right. Yeah, something like that. People are gonna mark up on the secondary.
It has the potential, but I don't know. It seems like a replacement for the Techno almost, but quite a bit more expensive.
Is it larger? What's the
No,
blade
it's
length?
it's quite small.
Oh, it's
2.78
small.
inch blade.
Oh,
Very
it's tiny.
small.
Oh, I thought it was a big knife.
No, well, it looks like it would be, but it's not. No,
Oh,
it's very small.
I'm already less interested in it now.
And it's got this hollow grind that only goes like, I don't know, a third of the way up the blade. This doesn't really fit the the Spyderco ethos to me.
Doesn't make any sense. No.
Oh shit, it's a milled clip though. Am I mistaken, or is that one of the first machined clips that Spyderco has done? Someone will have to correct me in the chat if they've done one before. I don't think they have though.
It's not machined though. I think it's bent.
No. It includes a machined titanium clip.
Oh, it threw me off because you can see the screw through the. It looks like it's like a deep carry or something in that one picture.
Yeah, no, I think it's got the standoff screw and then it's got a smaller screw.
Oh, I see it. I see. Yeah, I can't tell in that photo. Yeah, interesting.
Let's see. The Yojumbo, an S90V.
I had the standard Yojumbo. I didn't have a problem with it. It just was like
I really liked the Yojimbo when it came out. I had one at one point. So cool.
But I had the Yojumbo, like the actual Yojumbo.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fine. It's a big knife, and I mean, this is like the classic thing. They release it with the Peel Ply carbon with the S90V. I'm just never been. I think the S90V with this blade style might work. I don't know.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
See, this is what I would rather see Spyderco do. It's
a very Spyderco.
Yeah, I would rather see them spin off, a design they've been making for a million years at this point than just like something that feels very behind the ball, which is what the stovepipe feels like to me.
I just can't get over that. That's a tiny little thing now. Mm-hmm. Now I can picture like that guy, the incel on the cover of the thing carrying that tiny little knife. Yeah,
it's perfect.
It makes so much more sense.
He lives in a society.
Yeah, he lives in a society. Yeah. He ironically puts it under his hat. Yeah. Okay. The Yojumbo, the Urban. Yeah,
I think this is quite nice.
It reminds me of the UK PK.
Yes. I mean, it's a. Let me check. I'm assuming this is
Spyderco and
yeah, it's a slip joint. It's nice.
Oh, it is a slip joint. So maybe it does look like it is the
like it's just a smaller version. I don't know. Let me check the price on that one because I'm gonna say I like it until I see how much it is going to cost. Let's see.
What's the blade length on that?
That is 2.44 inches. It's very small. So the MSRP is 400. So it's going to be somewhere in the 300-ish range.
Oh, it is Damasteel. It's not their Damascus.
It's not. Yeah, it's Damasteel.
I will say it doesn't look very good.
I don't know. I'm a fan.
I like the knife, but in terms of the Damasteel itself, it might be just a picture. But
yeah, no. I mean, there's no chance I'm going to buy it, but I
like the overall. I don't have a problem with the knife itself, but
yeah.
It's just...
All right.
Okay.
What's being revealed here?
Okay, so that's a large version of the stretch. It's a Stretch XL. This is someone sent this to me, and I have the normal size stretch with that.
Yeah, with the flat. Oh, did we lose Levon? Stall for time.
I can hear you. So
okay, good. You're back. I think your internet, as people were saying earlier, you are pretty potatoey. So.
Oh, God damn it! Why? I could hear you guys that whole time.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, no, the stretch with the flat blade looks actually very nice, or the flat spine rather.
Yeah,
is a nice looking knife, and I actually quite like this one. I know I immediately said what's different here, but now that I actually understand that this is a different knife,
it's a very big knife.
This one. When they make this one in a sprint run, with maybe something, I don't know, something that isn't VG10 in FRN, I could very well see myself buying it.
I love the regular version of that version of the stretch, but in the smaller one. So that's probably like a must buy.
It is, and I mean it looks good to me.
In a different color. Maybe in a different steel, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll spin this one off once it becomes popular. I mean, this is 90% of what Spyderco does now, so could be good. I truly don't know what is different. Is this Indela? Did they not do a Warncliffe before? Someone's got to fill me in. I feel like I'm asleep at the wheel here.
I think it's just I think it's just the fact that it's a
Spyderco.
I think it's just the fact that it's a Warncliffe.
Okay, I think we could skip past that.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
What's
happening here?
Ignore whatever's happening in the right panel. Well, actually, probably
can we ignore what's happening? Can we ignore what's happening in the left panel too?
These are still these are still 8 CR. That feels a little behind the ball.
Yeah,
come on, Spyderco.
Yeah.
How much 8 CR is left in the world that they still got to pump it out?
I can't imagine.
Okay, I have a feel like we can skip through most of this now.
So let me tell you something. Like, I got my first Byrd knife not too long ago. I will tell you that there's little to no difference between like owning like an entry level Spyderco and buying a Byrd knife. So that CRKT 2 with that Warncliffe, I don't see any reason why you would buy that Indela over that.
It's
one
strikingly similar. I mean, this is.
I cannot think why you would do it. Like for some VG10 versus what is this thing in?
ACR.
Like what? Come on. What
this is slicing the bologna ever thinner.
Who are we kidding anymore?
Someone said they should switch to D2 for the China knives. They should switch to anything that is an 8CR13, if only for marketing, because they're getting blown out of the water by all of the faceless. I don't know, CAG, CJRB. ARB's company, I don't know, and everyone in Civivi and everyone that's doing the D2 G10 liner locks. Like even that at this point is kind of a better buy than the Byrd knives.
I will also say, like, it's odd that they're doubling down on the serrations yet again this year.
You know, people. Well, Spyderco has to, because this is their thing. The invention.
Although I will say that having like a fully serrated like Warncliffe is. You know, at least it's like you might as well buy a saw, but whatever.
There's use cases for these.
I could see a use case for it. Them. Yep, no question. Just seems to be a lot of them in very similar sizes and shapes.
Again, this is like this is like the I hate to make tired car metaphors. This is like the McLaren lineup where there's a million cars and you have no idea what the difference is between any of them. They're all so similar. One
might argue that any McLaren might be a little more exciting than any of these Byrd knives.
It's a tough argument, but you know, I'll give you that one.
Someone
said maybe they were considering BD1. I think they did switch some of the cheap knives to BD1.
Yeah, well, I got the aluminum scaled paramilitary 2 from Blade HQ, and that's in BD1, which I think honestly I prefer. I don't have a problem with BD1.
Speaking of BD1, these are all like I appreciate the designs from the Weeaboo dude, Murray Carter. But these are like shockingly expensive. There are better buys in the kitchen knife world, unfortunately.
There's just so many great custom kitchen knife makers out there. Like I would much rather you spend that kind of like even like in the $300 to $500 price range. There are tons of custom kitchen.
And the funny thing is, if you get like this is like the cheap version of these. When you get the non-cheap versions, they are the same cost as like a custom kitchen knife, and they make no sense to me unless you really want that Murray Carter design.
Right.
And there we go.
Not that they're bad knives. It's just a matter of, you know, wow, look at all that great stuff, and we're done.
Yeah, I mean, you know, now that they do it this way, this is every Spyderco new reveal is going to be boring from now on because there's never going to be that much in it. I mean,
right. Well, it makes our videos shorter, which is easier.
Yes. Let's see. You know what? Someone said,
"Is that a titanium travel cup?" I'm there for it.
I want to.
Give me some of these comments.
Spyderco and Microtech and their damn serrations, and I tend to agree that Microtech is still. I do want to do a little aside here, and I want to address this like weird mall ninja renaissance that Microtech is going through.
Oh,
I don't understand who they choose to collaborate with. Like they got all of their marbles in this Bastinelli basket, and I don't understand why.
What is that?
What we call this is in the business is a pussy magnet. You go to the bar and you show any woman this device, and they just throw themselves at you immediately. They are
what is
helpless.
That? What is that?
I think Batman's useless in the Batman movie.
Why are we? What?
I don't understand. So like, if you just look at Microtech's Instagram page, something changed like a couple months ago where they have just become a new company that is getting dangerously mall ninja-y.
Oh, I get tagged by like all of these like gun bunnies now. Like
Yes,
I just get
we
tagged
also need to
in
address
all.
that. 90%
I'm getting
of Microtech's
tagged in all the pictures because they just want me to, because they want all of the all the interaction from the knife community. So he sent all these Ultratechs to all these gun bunnies to start showing
because
off.
90% of Microtech's stories now on Instagram are just like these. Well, I guess gun bunnies is the term.
I'm still recovering from what that thing you just showed me was. I cannot get over
selling
that.
the tactical straw. Like Microtech is. If they didn't make such great knives, like the actual quality of the knife was so good, I would be very concerned with the direction that they are going in.
And it's cheap to manufacture, and it's
like these pens the pens are made in China, so that came free with the having right to make the SOCOM Bravo.
That is correct. That is correct.
But like I really do want to bring up, who is this interested in Bastinelli designs? I've never felt that there was a lot of momentum behind like his brand, but Microtech is like all in on him.
Well, it's a contractual thing.
Is it? I mean,
yeah.
But the thing is, Microtech could
they're tight. I can't say anything.
Anyone would say yes to having Microtech make their knives, right? Like, Microtech's American-made stuff is really good. So, like, why is this the person they chose to like get into an eternal contract with?
Why is it on Twizzlers? Is that supposed to be suggestive? Like you're supposed to pull out people's entrails or arteries with that? Is that what we're supposed to be thinking of?
I was going to say it was on Halloween, but it was like 2 weeks before Halloween. So
okay.
There's no, it was 2 weeks before. There was not even an explanation for it. It's just Twizzlers. I don't know. I don't like what's going on with Microtech. It's very unfortunate because the SOCOM Elite is such a good knife. I mean, and then the OTFs obviously are very good, but they're doing some weird shit. I don't know what inspired them to go down this road, but like, this was an aside.
Yeah, let's just get to the next brand.
The chat is agreeing with us though that those Murray Carter Spydercos are wildly overpriced. So at least we're not totally out of touch.
To be fair, all of the companies have wildly overpriced kitchen knives. Benchmade is just as bad.
Benchmade, yeah, we'll get to Benchmade. CRKT's new lineup. You know what? As much as I want to hate this,
it's not bad.
They have done something new with the M16, which is shocking.
Yeah.
I never ever thought they would change up the M16. Obviously, they're going to keep the cheap ones. Like they're not. Right. This doesn't replace it, but it's got the Deadbolt lock, IKBS, and it's assisted. I mean, this checks all the boxes for the kind of person who's going to be buying an M16.
That's true.
Completely checks all the boxes.
It's priced to match.
Yeah, and it'll be what, like 80, maybe
$80. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's not that. It could be worse.
So somebody will be into that.
This is a sad day, and we went to CRKT first, but I did have a sneak peek at one of the other brands, and I'm not as offended by CRKT's lineup.
I'm not because CRKT gets good designers, so like you know, Richard Rogers stuff, IKBS. At least it's like gonna be. So what is the MSRP on this thing? 45. So that's gonna be like $30.
Yeah, I mean that you can't go wrong with that.
Hold on, let's see this one. Carbon fiber S35VN CEO compact.
Yeah, I think I saw this was revealed a while. That's nice looking. I mean,
please don't be made in Italy.
No, it's not
going to be made in China.
It's in China.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, looks okay. I like Richard Rogers' design, so I hope this one's good.
Those are already out. I mean, I think those were already released and stuff. That's nice.
A cheaper version of the Provoke, all for it, because I actually like this, as like silly and Mall Ninja as it is. At least it like is cool.
Yeah, you buy that, dude.
No, I'm not going to buy it, but at least I can appreciate it.
I understand what you're saying. Sure.
Yeah, it's a neat mechanism at least. Okay. There's a lot of this is just like all variations on a theme. A lot of this stuff is just like stuff they've done before and it's slight changes.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Onion.
Yeah,
Still
there's
going
that.
strong.
That facet is a new one.
Shout out to them for keeping Alan Foltz in business.
Yeah,
They
those are
have
very.
given this
They're
man knives for a decade.
dude.
2 decades.
Those are incredibly popular designs. Those Alan Foltz minimalists. Those
Are they really?
They sell like crazy to like the filthy casual crowd.
To people who think that neck knives are a thing.
That's right.
To people who still haven't seen through the facade of neck knives.
Of the neck knives. Yeah.
They're not real.
It's true.
Oh.
Does anyone in the chat regularly carry a neck knife? Not that I can see the chat or your response, but
I'll put a poll in.
Yeah. Oh God, here he goes with the polls.
This is the first one of the night.
Oh.
All right. Here we go. Science. I like that Liang has his thing here. Is this carbon fiber?
Yeah.
Or is it just something that looks like carbon fiber? Let's see.
Carbon liar.
Okay, yeah. Glass reinforced knife. Oh no. Oh yeah. It's fake carbon fiber. You know what? Okay.
The rename of it is cringy too.
Yeah. This Richard Rogers kind of what's this Barlow design called? Oh God. It's a name for a Lanny clip. This is kind of a Lanny's clip. Don't kill me if I'm wrong.
It's a bit Lanny. It's a bit Lanny-y. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Also Richard Rogers.
That's all right. Is it an actual slip joint though? Because a lot of these people are trying. Okay, with a back spring.
We'll get into the double D10 slip joint thing.
I'm so over that. I can't deal with that trend.
Okay, so
can I see the kith?
What's the
Steigerwald?
Oh, it's also got the fake carbon fiber looking FRN.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This gets a pass only because Ken Steigerwald is like just mind blowing custom knives. Just
actually, I like that design. It's very inoffensive and it's a little backlock. I like the position of the backlock.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 20. It's gonna be like
$20. Yeah, and you see it in person, you're like, wow, this feels like a piece of garbage. But yeah.
Hey.
What about the facet? Is that a? I like Ken Steigerwald too. Is that a steel frame lock?
I believe you are correct, sir.
And it is assisted. Wow, just
this doesn't really look like a Ken Onion design to me. I'm gonna be honest.
It has some onionishness to it.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's quite a bit of detail about these. I appreciate that.
They're very proud about this one.
I appreciate that they're making a video for probably every single one and writing this much detail. At least it makes it feel more premium if it's
right.
Actually,
I think that's the whole idea, right?
Yeah. Give you the premium experience without it actually being premium.
D2 stainless assisted with frame.
Hey man, at least they got D2 in the lineup. It's better than Spyderco with the
That's true.
So
should we move on to Kershaw? Here we are in 2022 cheering for D2.
Sad. Well, I mean, at this point, because it's bog standard, like
how far we've come. Okay.
Oh yeah, someone did bring up something very important, which is John. Someone DM'd me on Instagram about this, and I forgot to tell.
What are we doing right now?
John Gray's drug stash containers.
I didn't see them.
I don't even know what to search, to be honest. Let's just see if John Gray brings it up. John Gray is selling these little titanium stash containers that have some name that explicitly references the fact that they should be holding cocaine. Here we go.
Oh.
Nose art containers.
I mean,
John Gray will do anything for buck, and he is, you know what? Props. He is the ultimate capitalist.
I can't say anything that bad about it. I mean,
okay. There's an explanation for the nose art thing. It's a tongue-in-cheek thing. The art is supposed to resemble the art on World War II bomber planes, like the nose cap. So it's not about cocaine, people.
Yeah,
it's not. How could you possibly believe this was about cocaine?
Yeah,
he will do anything. I love John Gray. Just turning out just fish hooks like this.
How much was the nose art thing?
Probably more, $200.
$200. Yeah. Okay. Go back.
I completely glossed over the fact that that's a $200.
So you have to remember, John Gray
model.
works alone in his shop by himself. Like
These are-
there's no one there helping him.
These actually look quite nicely
They do
lathed
look
or
good.
milled
Yeah.
or whatever.
He's just a zany old man by himself in his shop. I love him.
He's crazy.
So
absolutely crazy.
And these are dealer prices, so what are you gonna do?
All right.
Oh.
All right. I'm hoping there's okay, I guess we can just look at these all at once. Oh God. All right, I have to click on them. I wish there was a better system here. All right,
can I just preface before we get into this?
Yeah.
It makes me genuinely sad. Because it's like seeing like a family member just deteriorate.
Just
over
downward
time.
spiral.
Yeah, like just seeing them start to fail.
I have a slightly different take, which is that at this point I'm sick of dunking on Kershaw for what is there.
I'm not dunking. This is not a dunk. I'm genuinely like,
I know,
it's
but
worse than that. I'm hurt.
The natural instinct is to dunk on them for like everything in this sort of top row kind of.
Yeah.
And it's just like between like the interviews with professional athletes of some obscure sports or whatever is going on. Maybe they're not obscure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they so clearly want to be like the most mainstream Walmart brand, and they're just dying to get there. That like at this point you can't even be mad. You can't like. This is what we should expect from now on, and I'm not mad. I know. I think we should have higher standards for ZT. Because ZT is the enthusiast brand, and we should just give up the ghost on Kershaw. Like it's done. Kershaw's not gonna go back to what it was.
No, I don't think that that's true. But they're continuing to push this stuff to the knife enthusiast too.
I agree. This is my least favorite launch knife they've done. I'll start by saying that.
By far, that thing is a nightmare. I mean,
yeah, this is the launch knives are so good too. Also, whoa! Look at the MSRP on this.
They're out of their.
Most of the launch series, like I don't know what the MSRP is, but the retail's like 100. What's going on here?
They're out of their goddamn mind.
Yeah, this actually, yeah. So let's see.
I'm sorry. I would try to be objective here, but that is
okay.
insane.
So we're not wrong. That MSRP is dramatically higher than.
Yeah,
the rest of the launch series. So let me go back to this. It's got carbon fiber.
So we'll say it's multi-piece. So we'll say what retail on that's probably going to be like $160.
Yeah. They are they. So the thing is, this bolted on look. They have hitched their wagon to this bolted on look with the multiple pieces. I don't like that it's spreading to the enthusiast stuff. Like I get when you're selling like I don't know. This thing to people, the jetpack with this horrible Tanto blade. Like, I get if you're selling this to someone in Walmart, they're gonna like think this is cool because I don't know, it's a future dystopian, post-apocalyptic. I don't know.
Mandalorian. It looks like some
buzzwords. Yeah,
Mandalorian knife.
Yeah, like I get that this is gonna kill it with the Walmart crowd, but doing this on the launch series, come on, the launch series has been so good so far. What
unfortunate is that? What is that?
It's cleaverish. It's trying too hard to be futuristic.
Does anyone in the chat like this?
Yeah, no. I can guarantee they don't.
Can you just ask? Don't poll. I just want to know. Does anyone want this?
Probably not.
All right.
I mean, more like you can tell that this is hit that Walmart demographic all day. Middle America Walmart demographic. No offense, Midwest. But this is not good.
What are you supposed to... Can you cut stuff with that?
Okay, now the chat is going wild because everyone feels very strongly about not liking the launch.
Good.
Yeah. I will say, like, again, I've put out this theory before But I think the Transformer knife, the Decepticon, is the worst. That original CKF Decepticon is the worst thing to happen to knives in the last decade. It has single-handedly ruined Kershaw/ZT's design language. I blame this knife for that. They have tried to emulate this.
But look at how much.
Long.
But they pulled it off.
Well, it was. I mean, this was mind blowing when it came out, but now it's like old man shakes fist at Sky situation.
But here's the funny thing: ZT and Kershaw were very successful with this before that came out, with things like the tilt and stuff like that. They had that futuristic design
the
going
tilt was
for much
very
longer.
Futuristic. The tilt was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't blame. Everyone wants to blame the Russians. Is this because I'm here, Dave? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just saying that a lot of designs have tried to copy the Decepticon badly.
But Kershaw
it's ruined a lot of designs.
Kershaw was ahead of the game for so long. This is why it makes me so sad. They were at the peak of ingenuity.
Is crazy ahead of
They were at the peak of ingenuity in the knife world for so long. And then they don't care anymore.
The tilt was so cool.
I miss mine.
You know what? It's really funny because in retrospect, it probably flips like terribly because
nobody. It had a great D10.
Oh, wow!
It had a fantastic action.
Yeah, they also had the RJ Martin knife that was around the same period.
That I didn't have. I always wanted one. Didn't
which also
have
had the composite blade. They had a lot of really cool Halo products.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Can we get over the RJ Martin thing?
Yeah. But the tilt was so neat. They did really have some. Was this Tim Gallion or was this just an internal design?
It was an internal design. It was. And
why do I expect Arizona Custom Knives to have an explanation of who designed it? That was silly of me.
It is. I had one, and the one I had a scale made by Tough Knives. Back when he was Tough Thumbs.
That is very of the era. I don't think we need to click on the salvage or the lithium. I mean, it's just more of the same here.
Please, this one has a beautiful profile.
This one is so nice looking. Like, wow.
What is
really gorgeous?
Why is it $170?
This is Made America. This is CPM 154.
It's USA made. Is it a slip joint?
No.
What?
That's where you get it. It's not a slip joint. It's a double D10. Well, it's a slip joint. Okay. Yes, I know. I would if it just had a back spring. It's really pretty. Like this is
nice looking. That reminds me of old Kershaw. That looks cool.
Yeah.
But they put a double D10 in it.
It's got to be cheaper.
That's just the cheapest. Oh my god! It's like the cheapest way to do things.
The double D10. It was fun on that little knife that Elijah made, but I would never actually want it on a functional knife that isn't like a little toy.
There are two knives that ever worked in, and one was like the first knife, at least that I know. There might have been something that preceded it.
I'm sure some custom makers have been doing this for a million years.
Well, the Bean by Surge.
Yeah, he did that.
And that's the one that I know of as the first one, but there probably were some things similar to it in the past. But that works on the Bean, and it works on the Black Star.
If you had I don't know, not that I want a choil on this design, but like if you have some kind of forward choil where you're also holding the blade sort of locked,
right,
quote unquote, with the double D10 slip joint, I'm okay with that. But otherwise, I think everyone would prefer back spring on this.
I also think that the idea of a
there's a Vero knife. I did not know that.
Yeah, Vero makes a double D10 slip joint as well. Yes,
I had no idea. But yeah,
but that's not one of the. It's not nowhere near being the first. That one came out recently.
Yeah, no. I was just completely unaware of that one.
Yeah.
This would be so cool. I'm both happy and disappointed. Like if they keep this design and do anything else with it, put a liner lock, any kind of lock, a back lock, anything on it, it'll be really nice.
That's a genuinely pretty knife.
Yeah. Someone asked what the problem with double D10 knives are, and it is yes. It's like even worse than the weakest slip joint you can think of.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, like on a small knife, for something that you're just using very casually, opening small packages or whatever, it can be convenient. Like things on the Black Star where you flip it open quickly. On the Bean, I think the slip joint by Vero is on the tiny version of the that Axion or whatever.
Yeah,
So that
the
makes
Neuron.
sense. The Neuron, yeah.
I mean, okay,
The
so
name
yeah,
makes
they're
sense
doing.
to you.
Here's another. Okay, so this is from the cheaper lineup, and this is also double. Let me see if are they doing any with an actual sort
backspring.
of with a backspring.
Can I say that I almost kind of like that?
Yeah, could be worse.
Yeah.
Doesn't 7 CR. Okay, so now this is like the truly bottom of the barrel.
We're at the
kind of stuff.
We're at the bottom of the barrel. Maybe I should change my mind.
Yeah, I think we could also just stop here because we're gonna get to.
That's what's in the boots of the
it's
guy
made
on
out
the
of plastic.
That's the guy in the Spyderco catalog's knife. He's got a couple of those in his jacket.
I can't do this. It's made of plastic. It's one of those. It's one of these plastic
This
ones.
guy,
the guy who carried go to federal prison.
The guy that carries these Naruto runs everywhere he goes.
What are these for? I don't know. I give up. Nope. I'm not even gonna. Let's not even give that one. I hate those.
There is a video too, like a sizzle reel for this.
For that knife or for all of them?
No, for all of them. We may have to put it on here.
Again, because Kershaw is really trying to like be the new Walmart brand.
Yeah.
I don't even know who are they competing against. Gerber? I have to look at Walmart.
CRKT and all that.
Yeah. CRKT. Yeah. I hate to say it, CRKT has like more tasteful designs though.
Yeah.
Dramatically more tasteful.
Yeah.
So,
and if history repeats itself, I think they're probably better made at this point too, which is a complete 180 from where this podcast started.
Yeah, and so here we go. This is the thing. They're like, you can see the marketing. They hired a new marketing team, and they're like really just trying to become a lifestyle brand, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
Everything is.
But
God, look at these
Kershaw
things.
Athletes. I don't know. I like the Federalist. The Federalist is great. It's very unfortunate what's going on with the rest of the stuff.
The Federalist is not great. The shape of the Federalist is good.
Good point.
The actual thing that makes up the Federalist is bad.
So someone pointed out Walmart lifestyle brand. That's kind of a paradox right there.
It's true. It is a thing. A Walmart lifestyle is very much a thing.
This is true.
It's just not an aspirational thing for most people.
Exactly. maybe not the most aspirational brand.
Right.
And then this brings us to Benchmade, who, if we want to get some dunking going, this is going to be the dunk contest right now.
You think so?
No, not really. It's just like, okay,
I don't think I saw some of these too, and I was like, okay, that's not that bad.
Okay, so the Claymore, now that you can get it in non-serrated, like if I needed a quote-unquote tactical knife, this is what I would go for. Like if I was an operator operating in the
This is
theater,
what you would buy? This is what you would buy?
I don't know. It's very tactically to me. I'm not a fucking Navy SEAL. I don't know what is good here.
Okay.
I like how it looks.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
The new gold class. This
mini.
Actually, you know what?
It's a mini. I like it.
And it's fat carbon,
and
not carbon plate. Very
right.
important detail. Not carbon plate.
It's definitely not going to be fat carbon.
No, it is fat carbon.
I mean, it's definitely not going to be carbon plate. I should say.
You think carbon plate also tried to scam Benchmade?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
You know what? I'm curious what the return on investment's going to be on this one. People really, really like the 940 designs.
Yeah.
So
this one maybe better than a normal gold class.
Yeah, I'm going to say 50-50 coin flip on whether this one tanks and this thing's worth $400 in like a month, or whether this actually accumulates some value.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of want it.
I mean, well, here's the thing. It's an extremely tried and true design. It's the small 940 with some nice materials, like actually nice materials, and not the crazy mindfuck explosion of colors that the gold class usually is.
Yeah. And
this could be worse.
Interesting. I think I read this before. It has a gold plated floating backspacer this time.
Yeah. Where did the specs go?
This site was wigging out on me before.
Big pictures. Okay, good. Yeah. Here we go.
Guys, guess what? It's not Molly compatible.
Oof, rough. That's tough when you're operating in the theater. This isn't Molly compatible.
Yeah, I kind of want
tough.
this.
Yeah, no, this is actually quite nice. I can't even hate on this one.
Yeah, I like this. This is probably my favorite knife of the night so far.
Honestly,
stupid.
It's been a pretty bad night.
It's been it's not saying much.
Yeah, it's been a pretty bad night.
It's pretty bad when my favorite knife of the night is a Benchmade Gold Class.
Okay.
All right. What's this? The Weekender.
2 blades and a bottle opener.
Lifestyle.
S30V. Coming in at $250 MSRP.
This is for the Bass Pro Shop lifestyle.
This is a lifestyle knife. Like this is like REI lifestyle knife. Now we've elevated from Walmart to REI.
Right. I said Bass Pro Shop. Come on.
Yeah. Well. Why do you have the big blade and then the slightly littler blade?
I don't get it.
3 inches and then 2 inches.
Again,
if there's some outdoorsy explanation that I'm not getting,
is one like flat ground and one's like a full flat ground?
Yeah, one's full flat, one has like a high flat.
The person who buys this is not going to even notice that distinction.
Yeah, how are they going to decide which blade to use on a daily basis?
They're not going to know. I guarantee you, they're just going to look. It's got a little knife here and a big knife here.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's dull. I'll use this one now.
The 317 Weekender has everything you need for basic camp chores, from whittling to opening a cold one by the fire. Yeah, they're definitely going for the sort of outdoorsy lifestyle brand thing.
Or people who want to think they are
target audience, hipster climbers and hikers.
One thing is, do you guys ever watch that episode of Bob's Burgers where he gets locked in the sporting goods store? That's this knife. That's the guy who works in the sporting goods store. That's who this knife is targeted towards.
Oh, I didn't even notice these little pivot collars, which are an extraordinarily unnecessary.
They look very cheap.
They look like they were made from like a copper washer that they might have used. I mean, they're aluminum, but they look very out of place.
Yeah, those don't look good. So these are slip joints, and I assume they have back springs, which is nice.
Is there a way to check? I'm going to assume as well.
Or do they just sort of... Oh, do you think they just sort of like flop around in there?
I think they have a back spring.
Okay. Anyway, but what was it? The Proper that Benchmade did? That's one of the worst slip joints I've ever owned.
Oh, yeah. I could believe it. I've never handled one, but I had no interest in handling one.
Easily one of the worst. I'm sure someone in the chat has owned a Benchmade Proper. Maybe they liked it. It's not an ugly thing, but in terms of like action and like what you want out of a slip joint, it's one of the worst.
I am not surprised by that, because also, was it a real question when you asked if it had a back spring or if it was a double detent? If Kershaw is just finding out about the double detent mechanism, it's going to be 2027 before Benchmade finds out about something like that.
Dave, I wasn't even thinking that it had a double detent. I was thinking it was just a friction folder.
Just free floating.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this locks. Never mind.
Would not surprise me.
I don't hate this one because it's just the Crooked River, but like bug outed.
That's pretty cool. I don't like the texture and stuff on the handle.
Yeah, it's just the bug out. I mean, it's the bug out and the Crooked River mashed up. Like,
now that you put it that way, my mom.
Wait, is that full flat too? Oh, and it's a full flat. Okay, you know what? It's even better than the Crooked River. Kind of like this one.
Okay, I like that too.
Don't hate this one.
No, that's cool.
All right.
I don't like the price.
Meat Crafter. All right, we can skip the Meat Crafter.
I want the Meat Crafter.
Yeah.
What is that?
So my question is, all right, hold on.
How are you supposed to say this? Is that readout?
Redoubt? I should know this word.
Are we doubting it again?
Temporary or supplementary fortification, typically square or polygonal and without flanking defenses. Okay. Oh, it's a black class knife. I don't know. This is just like a mini Griptilian, just slightly rebodied
with a
mini Griptilian.
with a piece on it.
This is just like an Alpina mini Griptilian. Well, that's an insult to Alpina. This is like my old Saab 92X.
I was gonna say, are you making like an in-house tuner reference?
This is the Saab 92X version of the
oh my
Griptilian.
God. Stop.
It's
no,
just
because the 92X version of your Griptilian is the what's that crappy watch and lifestyle company that's in the malls? Shinola. The Shinola Griptilian is the 92X.
Hold on, I didn't even know this existed.
Yes, they make Benchmade. There are Shinola branded Benchmades.
That is, I need to find this. I've never heard of this one. Oh, the Benchmade Valet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who? I think Tony from Everyday Commentary was a big Benchmade Valet guy.
Okay. My whole point is that there was a rebranded Shinola version.
Yeah.
With some upgraded materials, and that was your 92X.
So the readout, I have nothing left to say other than
that's
I
it.
didn't know the Griptilian market could be sliced even thinner.
We couldn't even talk about it. Like we couldn't.
Oh wait, did I open that? I don't know. This is probably a little like fishing or hunting knives. I'm just
save the OTF for last, or are we done?
No. We still got more. We've got this fixed blade that we probably have absolutely nothing to comment on, other than the fact that it's crew wear. Hardened 6365. That's actually pretty good.
It's good. I'll tell you something about it. It's probably going to be incredibly overpriced. Oh
no,
it's actually not.
Because that'll be like 200. I don't know. I don't know if that's overpriced. To be honest,
I don't know. It's pushing it. It's not bad. Crew wear is good still.
Yeah, hardened properly. It's pretty.
With Benchmade, that's up for debate.
That's true. Yeah. You know what? Actually, after the internet, what was it? The harness police. After the HRC police hounded Benchmade, I actually believe that this will be 63 to 65.
Yeah, you're probably
have PTSD
right.
Flashbacks to the HRC Nazis coming.
Remember the whole
them.
thing? That's probably why everything is like so tactical and like gun oriented. Because remember they got all the flack for not being gun friendly too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I'll
we
open the shootout.
Guns. We promise. We promise we like guns. Oh look, overpriced kitchen.
All right, these pins are horrific. So let me just open one of these pins.
These are old though, I think. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh yeah, it's in stock, so it is old.
Go back. We can't even look at this.
Yes, here we go. Yeah.
For it's the discerning. Steel. Yeah, well, good. Look at the price.
Pretty. It's fat carbon. It's Davis steel. It's Benchmade. $2,400.
Yours for life.
At this point, no. I mean, this is a terrible deal, but like, at least the materials are good. Like, so if you overpay for this, at least you got like good materials.
At least it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Like like you're out of your mind if you paid the $2,400, but at least you're not getting like junk for the $2,400. Like, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a cool silhouette. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Skip it.
You gotta buy that one separately.
All right. I don't know what to say about these. It's orange. I do like that it's orange. That's all I have to say.
Aren't you glad it's orange?
This is pretty nice, I guess.
It's nice shape. That's fine.
All right.
Can we talk about that OTF?
Here we go.
Okay. The questionable name. So when they showed the teaser for this, they showed it without the blade deployed, and I was sure they were hiding like the most minuscule tiny blade ever. Where are all the pictures? It's actually got pretty decent proportions.
It looks like the bailout. Yeah, 3.5-inch blade with a 4.7-inch handle is shocking that they managed to do something not like that Hogue OTF monstrosity, which is unfortunate because Hogue is great, but proportionally it looks awful. what is the one that I'm thinking of?
This OTF is in crewwear as well.
It looks like I don't know, something. It looks like a bailout, but for some reason it's also giving me like Emerson CQC7 vibes with the handle. Okay, so the bigger issue here is that
The
it's
glass
an FRN
break
handle, right?
It's probably FRN or Grivery or
It's
something.
it's CF Elite or whatever. It's carbon reinforced plastic.
Okay.
What was the? Oh, this is going to be kind of cheap. Okay. Well, this changes now.
That's
I'm
actually
I'm
the
fumbling.
MSRP. That's the MSRP is 300.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking how cheap that is. Well for an OTF made in America.
For a Benchmade
Preface this.
OTF?
Yeah. Huh.
That's not bad, dude.
Yeah, it kind of isn't. I mean, I don't like it, like the design. I don't want it, but
I don't mind the design.
as long as this thing isn't like Michael J. Fox rattling, like this is actually probably pretty good.
It doesn't feel like a Cobra Tech.
It doesn't feel like as soon as you deploy it, it's just going to explode.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad. I mean, in terms of manufacturing, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, at least there isn't like the like when they mold the CF
Yeah.
plastic, there isn't like those still the mold marks.
Correct.
Or like the stuff hanging off. Like, yeah, you know what? I would rather have this than what's the ridiculous OTF with the that they make that we dunk on every time.
The Infidel?
Yeah, I would rather have this than the Infidel.
I would probably have almost any OTF over the Infidel.
Would you take a Cobra-Tech, a made in America? Let's point that out. Cobra-Tech definitely makes their stuff in America. There's
If
no
I was paying for it out of my,
else in the world.
if I had to pay for it out of my pocket, probably.
You would take the Cobra-Tech over the Infidel?
Well, do you know how much freaking Infidel costs now?
Dude, this is only $80 and it's made in America. You're being a patriot by buying
I'm surprised like Dodge hasn't sued them for like their
stealing the Viper logo?
Yeah, it's basically the Viper logo. Am I wrong?
That is the Viper. Hold on. That is the Viper logo.
And there's a billion Viper logos. Do you know internally the first Viper logo is known as Sneaky Pete?
That's great. I like it.
Because of his sneaky face.
Okay, here we go.
No, that's the yeah. No, see, look, 2003 to 2000. Yeah, look, see, 1992 to go back.
Yeah,
go back 1992 2002. That's Sneaky Pete.
He does look rather sneaky.
Yeah. But then if you look
the
at
old Viper logo.
Yeah.
Good for you, Cobra-Tech.
They stretched it out. Yeah, they didn't even use a Cobra.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I take back. Built to order in Meridian, Texas does not mean that it is made in America. It might be assembled in America.
That's their whole shtick, dude.
Yeah.
It's a Cobra Tech.
Yeah, they definitely stole that. Anyway, I think is that the end of the Benchmade catalog. We've gone through the catalogs. What a terrible start to the year, basically.
Well, we're gonna make it better.
Oh yes,
we're gonna make it better.
Do you have things that I can?
Yeah, let me.
Show?
Yes. Can we start? I want to talk about the Adam Purvis one first. I only have that one render, so if you can pull that up, and we can talk about that a little bit. I hope everybody enjoyed our little critiques. Not much to look forward to. Don't think I'll be buying many of those knives.
Yeah, not such a great year so far or it's looking like for knives. And here we go again. Ta-da!
Okay, so if you go to my page, but let's talk about the knife in general first, because these actually drop, I think, on the 22nd. Go to one where he has the actual knives, where Adam has his release.
Oh, okay.
So I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the 22nd. You'll be able to pre-order
21st. 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so you have a whole bunch of different variations of these dropping on the 21st, and a lot of them are priced pretty reasonably. They're all priced really reasonably, but some of them are priced, you know, exceptionally, like really low. So you can get them pretty under $300. Um, I I think there's more, Dave. You can actually swipe through some of the different variations.
He does not have it in that photo, but he's got it
it's in one of
somewhere.
the posts. It's in one of the posts.
Come on,
Keep
now.
going. I don't know.
This he had it in stories a bunch of times. What am I missing here?
I have the prototype here.
Ah, how is it?
It's very nice. The prototype doesn't have the hollow grind. These will be hollow ground.
Yes, that is a very exciting change.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to find a list of the
different
versions.
It's on his Instagram. You were in the right spot. And you can click, and you can actually swipe through. It's not going to be on his site.
You're right. It's not.
I know it's not.
All right. Where is it then? Anyway,
not there. It's not there.
This is, I assume, agonizing.
Go to the all black one, and there should be multiple photos. Yes. So there was the DLC one. There's the gray DLC with black micarta. Keep going. You know, micarta here. You see these all have belt satin, red and black carbon fiber. Some of these renders don't show some of the things they have.
I'm guessing that's not what it's going to look like.
Right, you know, that's the kind of idea. But you can see the pricing of these. So these will all drop at 10 a.m. on the 21st. On the 21st.
10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yes. Now, available to our patrons initially, and I did write down the date for this, on the 23rd, which will be, I think I got the date right. It's the following Sunday. Let me make sure I got that.
The 23rd right. Is not the following Sunday. Oh, maybe it is. I have no idea what day the 21st is now.
Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Hold on, because it's going to be on a.
January 23rd is a Sunday.
Okay, I did it right. Don't mess with me, you dingus.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to do this at 8 p.m. Eastern. No, 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. On Sunday the 23rd, these will be available. There will be 40 of them. And let me just go through the upgrades to the knife because there are many. So this will have the mirror stonewashed blade, which is my favorite finish that Bestech does. It is this finish. So
same as the Progeny Mark
as the Primordial Mark II.
Primordial Mark II. There we go.
On the render, you can't see it, but this black gold finish, where they DLC and then bronze and then put a gold anodizing on it, that's going to be the backspacer and the clip. The frame itself is going to have a dark bead blast and then a tumble. So you'll have this contrast between that dark tumbled frame and that mirror stonewashed blade. Really cool, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's an updated version of this material. So, Dave, you know those Max Ace knives that we have that have that inlay with the gold fleck in them?
Yeah, and it's a matte finish.
It's a matte finish. That should be what's going in these.
Ooh, nice.
So you'll have that on both sides. And the pivot will have the Knife Nuts logo lasered on them.
We haven't had the Knife Nuts logo on a few on the
ones I usually think they'll detract from it, but since Adam puts his logo on the pivot of these, he offered to be able to put the Knife Nuts logo.
I'm very happy about that.
On the pivot of these, and these will also be individually numbered. And I haven't set it in stone, but I'm gonna have the numbers lasered in the lock bar relief of the lock side of the knife.
Cool. That would be very neat.
Mm-hmm. And so what's going to happen is these will be available to patrons at 7 p.m. Eastern time on the 23rd. So that's not this coming Sunday, but the following. And they will be priced at $350. So I try to keep the price as reasonable as possible. You know, a lot goes into it. A lot of people, since it's passing through a lot of hands and then get shipped, that's how it works. But I think you're getting a pretty cool, very exclusive knife
Yeah.
with some pretty cool finishing. And it should be really nice. I haven't decided how the numbering is going to work yet. I think I'm just going to go by in order of how they're purchased, and that's how they're going to be shipped. I don't think I can handle the pick a number sort of situation.
No,
And
let's just say right now we're not going to do that.
so I'm just putting that out there right now. So if I decide to change my mind at some point, I'll put that in the Patreon thing at a later date. But right now, we're just going by first come. That's how the numbers will be distributed. So if you get your order in early, that's how the numbers are going to go.
And if it's anything like the the Mini Tempest, you probably want to be a patron if you want to get one of these.
That's true. In the past, things have sold out before they have reached the public sale, and the public sale will go an hour after the
Patron release.
Patreon sale. So that's why I got confused. So 7 p.m. for patrons, 8 p.m. for the standard release. What I usually do, you don't have to be any level of patron to get in on it, but what I do to just help for a couple reasons, people who are in the higher tiers of the patron, there's not that many people in there. So what I do is I sort of open the floodgates sort of slowly. So over the first minute and a half, 2 minutes or so, I unlock the tiers to the website. So you get a password and such. But everybody gets in. All the tiers get in there and they're able to get access to the site. So whether you're whatever tier you're at, you do get access to it pretty quickly. But I'm very much looking forward to this. And keep in mind, this is back to the original size. So this is the size of the blade. I think Adam has I think it's about a 3 1/4 inch blade. It's a really great size knife. The last version was a bigger blade. The last one was a 3.75. So this is back to the original size.
Okay. So like the first Knife Nuts podcast project.
It's exactly the same size as that, but with thumb studs, flush inlays, some pretty cool upgrades there. Hollow grind,
Mm-hmm.
It really will be a nice like sister piece. So if some of you guys actually still have this guy, it will look really nice next to it.
Do we have any idea when these are going to be delivered?
Their timeline's better than Riot's, so less than 6 months. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Adam will keep everyone posted on that. I do expect them to sell out quickly. So if you want your best chance of getting one, I would recommend getting in on the Patreon thing. But whether you buy a Knife Nuts one or you get in on the standard release, you can't go wrong. These knives are really great, beautiful design, incredibly useful. Remember, they're going to have a nice hollow grind on there, so you're going to. And the flat ground versions that have previously have been excellent. And one thing that we've been wanting to do on this has been a hollow grind because it just will tighten that edge up.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Bit. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. I am glad that Best Tech can do that.
Oh yeah. Oh, the pivots will be different, obviously, than you saw the render. So
yep.
Some differences there. There will also be a little more of a relief. Not that this is too bad, but there'll be a little more of a relief to get to the thumb studs as well.
Okay.
So
cool.
That's it for Adam stuff. Remember, 23rd at 7 p.m. for patrons. You also get free shipping when you're a patron. I forgot to mention that.
How generous.
That's something, You pay to get in as a patron, you might get that back in shipping. There you go.
This is true.
Yeah, that's how I figure I'll do it. So one of the things I wanted to do, since I've been doing a lot of the import stuff, and been working with we've done Knife Nuts editions with Brian and with Adam before. pretty established guys in the world of knives, but something that I wanted to do personally was work with new designers and start doing projects with new designers and who were releasing new knives. And I'm happy to announce that we're going to do our first Knife Nuts edition with Null Knives. So if you haven't seen in my Instagram, I've been posting the Null Knives Raiden. Maybe if you go take a look at that.
I'm going to do that. And then I have the other things queued up. Where do you have Here we go.
So the Null Knives Raiden, this is a Riot produced knife. He's going to have, these are going to be released, I believe, on the 26th, which oddly enough is Adam Purvis's birthday. So Sean of Null Knives, he designs these. He does all his own CAD, and this design is just really great. I spent a lot of time with the prototype. It is fantastic. It's a really, really great knife. From his side, he's going to have 3 versions available. This one with this really cool icy blue anodizing, that acid stonewash blade and black hardware. There's another one with a PVD frame, gold hardware, and a belt satin. And then there's a stonewashed with a stonewashed frame. Amazing knives, really beautifully made, beautiful designs. I have actually sent that one over. The blue one that I had, I sent over to Advanced Knife Bro so maybe look for some content from him on that. And then I actually had Sean send the gray one over to Nick Shabazz, so you'll probably see some content coming from him on that as well. But I like the knife enough, and I like the design enough to. And Sean's been a friend of the show. He listens to the show. He's been listening to the show for a long time. He owns Knife Nuts editions of Brian's knives and stuff like that too. So that's very, very cool. But I've worked very closely with him and put together a Knife Nuts edition of the Raiden. The Raiden, I should say. It's Raiden, like from Mortal Kombat. I don't know why I said
Mortal
Raiden.
Kombat. Can I also just point out that it's a good design because you can see how far the pivot has been moved towards the edge of the handle, which means he put some actual consideration into the mechanics.
Dude, there's
a knife.
The amount of thought and effort that went into this design. The amount of conversations I had with Sean was like, dude, you need to stop designing the knife. It's done.
Yeah, before you get the Snex curse and never stop designing.
That's the conversation. It's like, this is done. The knife is done. Do not do any more.
Part, stopping.
Do not change anything.
Yep.
So, the Knife Nuts edition that we're going to be doing.
Can I show the renders?
We're going to show the render. Show a render.
I will show one.
Show one render. So you're going to see it's going to be a fancier knife. And I kind of wanted to do some of my favorite, since this is a Riot built knife, I kind of wanted to do my favorite finishing that Riot is capable of. I didn't want to mess with any of the material, like the actual physical materials too much, because everything was really great on the knife. You get an M390 blade, all this great stuff. Just really taking this thing to another level in terms of its finishing. So I was inspired by a lot of what Liang Ma does with his finishes on his knives. So I'm bringing a lot of that into this. So the blade on this is a Zerblast. And I wish I had a knife. I do have knives with this finish on it, but it is probably one of the most beautiful blade finishes you can have on a knife.
Is it like the Shirogorov blasted finish that they do on their blades?
I think it is. So basically what they do is they hand rub the entire blade and then take zirconium bead and blast it. And it has this almost frosted look to it. It looks incredible. Some of the highest end of Liang Ma stuff usually gets this treatment, and the flats will be hand rubbed. So you'll have this contrast with this matte finish frosted blade and this almost mirror finished flat. For the frames, they are a light orange peel finish. So it'll have this really bright texture, but really fine texture. So the way that Riot does I'm not usually like a huge fan of orange peel, but the way that Riot does it is primo. So you don't never lose any crispness to any lines or anything like that. You just get a little more texture on the frame, and it just plays with light, and it just looks really, really nice. It brightens up and elevates the whole knife, in my opinion. And you'll have a similar. I can't remember off the top of my head how we finished the pivot, but I believe it will be machined and look as bright on there as well. The hardware, as you can see, will be anodized purple. The rest of the hardware, meaning the studs, the clip, and the backspacer, will be zirconium Damascus, or dark Damascus, as Riot calls it, dark tie, or whatever they call it, and it will be anodized purple. So, a pretty cool look to this. You can show the other renders of this now if you want.
Okay, that was not
that's more of a. Those are more of the schematic ones.
Yeah,
but you can see. So you can see that it's a big chunk of that zircotie in that back with that geared backspacer. You have that lanyard hole back there. The clip works beautifully on these, and just this really huge pop of color. The idea of doing the thumb studs in that zirconium Damascus is a really cool thing too. Just I think it'll look really, really cool. And if you see the other, like, for people who are buying in at his, that the workhorse that is the regular Raiden, you could get something like this and have like almost like a half dress version of it, So that's what I kind of want to do. I wanted to contrast his regular release a little bit. And these are going to be pretty damn limited. So there's only going to be 25 of these. So
understandable. The fancier they get for us, the more limited they tend to be.
Yeah. So very, very few. I don't think I'm going to be able to get one myself. So these are going to come a little later. So these will be available. There's a couple more renders if you want to show those, I think, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe there aren't. Maybe there aren't. I don't know. Just keep going through them. Yeah. So it's a little more of the. So you can see really great blade to handle ratio. Everything is just really well thought out, contoured beautifully. It's a great design. One of the best ones that I've seen in a long time, which is why it was a natural partnership here. Yeah, really excited about this. Really excited to be showing it off for the first time, because it's been under my hat for quite some time too. So these will be available on February 8th at 7 p.m. to our patrons. 7 p.m. on February 8th. Again, free shipping for patrons. If they last through the first hour of that, they will go to public sale at 8 p.m. on February 8th. So that's, I think, 2 weeks after the standard sale of the standard Raiden. So if you buy one and you recoup some funds, you'll be able to get in on this one too.
Which might be a little more expensive.
So I'll tell you the price on this. It is pricey. But honestly, probably not as bad as you think. It's $485.
So it's cheaper than Liang's stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. Not.
Yeah. I mean, we're taking into account this is a new designer, and we want people to get in on the ground floor of this. Like I said, there's not much money to be made in any of this. This is just fun projects to get out there and get some cool knives. Just really get excited about things. And this is a designer. Sean's a really good guy. This is a designer worth getting behind. And get in on the first knife that he's producing. So I think the standard one will do very, very well, and we hope that this one will find its way into the hands of people that really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to. I wish I had something to show the finish, but the blade.
It's not really coming across in Liang's photos either. So
No, it really is something. I think if you go onto my Instagram and you look at my Liang Ma
L1?
18, the 18.
Oh, okay.
The blade has that Zerblast finish on it. I think it also has an orange peel on it as well.
I'm gonna have to scroll back here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably towards Blade Show almost.
Oh God. All right. Well, take our word for it. It's very nice.
It is very nice. But that's something I wanted to show. That was the rabbit I was trying to pull out of the hat. Lots of hours and time spent, looking at figuring out what to do with these, and it's fun to be able to finally show it off.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm excited.
Make sure you support the initial drops by both of these guys. So Adam Purvis on the 21st. I don't know why I can't get that right, at 10 a.m. And that's 10 a.m. Eastern time because he's in Georgia. Really cool stuff. And then support Sean at Null Knives on the 26th of January at I forgot what time his drop, but
let me check.
Yeah, look what time his drop.
Let me check that quick.
And I'll be posting these as time gets closer. I'll be posting more details about these on the Instagram and stuff. But I wanted to share these over the live with everybody first.
January 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern time for the
Eastern.
regular raid-in.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so please give, shout-outs to these guys for the amazing designs they've done. And I want to thank them personally for the opportunities they've given me to get this stuff out there, too. So very, very cool stuff.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you sound like you are about to eulogize someone, so maybe we should wrap it up.
Well, I was just trying to be, I'm
sincere.
I'm not tired. Being sincere. I was talking about something very serious,
Okay, fair.
I mean, it's fun, but just getting,
It is truly very nice of these people to allow us to sort of hijack their runs of knives to do this kind of stuff.
It's not hijacking.
We're not.
This one is exposure, man.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Right. But either way, how's the chat going? How's everybody doing? Did everybody enjoy themselves? Nobody's here, right? They all left.
No, they're still here, but I think we have run out of knives to talk about.
Oh yeah, we're done. But I was just saying, thank you to everybody who joined us. I was just saying, Is anything in the chat? Does everybody have any this is an interactive thing. That's why we do this.
I think there's enough of a delay. No one has said anything in the chat in quite a while, so I'm just going to assume that we're talking to ourselves.
Oh, but okay. In that case,
I think we're going to do these all live from now on, right?
It makes sense. It makes sense. That way we can, when we show something that's new, it'll actually be new.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being. Yeah.
I'm good. You know what? Because I already forgot what you said about when the KNP versions are releasing. I'm going to say, look at your Instagram to find out.
Well, I can just tell you right now. Do you want me to tell you right now?
Just say it again. Yes.
The Progeny Mark III will be released on the 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
I'm typing. January 23rd, 7 p.m. EST.
Limited to 40 pieces. Price will be $350. Free shipping for patrons. If you want.
Okay.
8 p.m. for standard release. Pending sellout.
And the Null Knives raid-in is
February 8th. That's a Friday.
Yep.
At 7 p.m. Limited to 25 pieces.
All right.
$485.
There we go. All right, this is all going to be on Instagram anyway. Just go ahead and type this podcast on Instagram.
They stayed to listen. If they have a question, I'm going to answer it for them.
Okay, that is nice of you.
Yeah. They stayed to hear that information first. They might as well have it.
That's true. Thank you for sticking around, everybody.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was fun. You know, the knives that we looked at weren't that great, but we finished it off with some pretty cool knives.
Brian just joined the chat, and this is when we abandon him. Sorry, Brian.
Brian, how are you feeling? Everybody tell Brian to feel better soon.
Yeah, he's sick, but he will be back. Jake is just gone, like regular gone.
Jake's around, you know.
Jake's in the Jakeosphere.
Yeah. A random Jake appears. He doesn't appear. Well, all right. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
David, thank you. I'm going to ship you some stuff soon.
Cool. All right. Well, Brian says he's shitty, so hopefully a new episode of the podcast coming soon. We gotta discover where Jake is and bring him back to Earth.
Yeah.
So that we can do a full episode.
I'm thinking on the next episode will be when we'll probably do one soon, but I also wanted I'm like waiting for the Tempest to get here.
Yeah. I mean, it's exciting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, I'll be on the gram. You guys can hit me up on there.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. We'll do this again soon.
All right. I would play us out, but I don't know how to do
that.
So
Subscribe. Please. We need the subscriber
podcast.
Count. Please.
Re-listen to old episodes of the podcast.
We're dying here on the YouTube. This is the other thing. Yeah, please help us out. Seriously.
Are we dying? I don't know.
Our YouTube metrics are not good. Because we're trying. We don't have. It's like we live in a different space, literally. So we're just trying to build this YouTube thing. So we have like no audience here.
All right. Well, the shit show continues.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Subscribe. Bye.
Fade out. All right. Stream over.